What if I told you one of Hollywood's biggest stars just revealed a secret she's kept for 30 years? This is Kenya News Update today. Coming up, you'll discover how Kate Winslet's teenage experiences shaped an Oscar-nominated film and why this revelation matters for how we understand identity. Kate Winslet, Oscar winner, global icon. At 50 years old, she's finally sharing something explosive about her past, but here's the twist. This isn't about scandal, it's about understanding. Meet Kate Winslet in 1994, just 18 years old, landing her first ever film role in a movie called Heavenly Creatures, a biographical drama about two real-life teenage girls whose obsessive friendship led to murder. A heavy role for any actor, let alone a newcomer. But Winslet had a secret key to unlocking her character, and she just revealed it for the very first time. On the Team Deacons podcast, Winslet dropped a bombshell. I'll share something I've never shared before. Some of my first intimate experiences as a young teen were actually with girls. She confessed she'd kissed both girls and boys, describing herself as curious and not particularly evolved in either direction. This personal history, she says, helped her profoundly understand the intense, dangerous connection between the two characters she was portraying, Pauline Parker and Juliette Hulme, two real teenagers in 1950s New Zealand. Their story is one of obsession, fantasy, and ultimately horrific violence. They murdered Pauline's mother because they believed she was keeping them apart. Winslet played Juliette Hulme, while Melanie Lynskey played Pauline. The film, directed by Peter Jackson before he made Lord of the Rings, was a critical smash. It even scored a Best Original Screenplay nomination at the 1995 Academy Awards. But here's what nobody's talking about: the real-life fallout from that intense filming experience. Melanie Lynskey revealed in 2023 that losing touch with Winslet after the movie wrapped was more heartbreaking than some breakups. She described their on-set friendship as very intense and said the separation was so painful. This adds a haunting layer to Winslet's new confession. Her personal teenage curiosity wasn't just research for a role, it mirrored the very intensity of a relationship that, in the film's reality, ended in tragedy. Winslet explained her mindset: "I was so immediately sucked into the vortex of that world they were in. I could certainly understand how influenced a young person's mind can become by just one other person." This is the core of the story. It's not about labels or sensationalism. It's about the raw, confusing, and powerful exploration of self that happens in adolescence. For a global star to reflect on this with such honesty 3 decades later is rare. And here's the part that will blow your mind. This revelation comes alongside Winslet's other recent candid interviews. She's spoken out about being told to settle for the fat girl parts early in her career and recalled the horrific fat shaming she endured from critics after Titanic. This paints a picture of a woman who has navigated immense public scrutiny about her body and her choices, now reclaiming her narrative on her own terms. The implications are profound. In a world, even in Kenya, where conversations about sexuality and identity can be complex, seeing a figure of Winslet's stature speak so openly about fluidity and curiosity is significant. It challenges rigid boxes. It suggests that our early experiences, however confusing, can be sources of profound empathy and artistic understanding. The controversy? Some will focus solely on the kiss headline. Others will see the deeper story of human connection and the long journey to self-understanding. But the unanswered question remains: how many other people carry similar, unspoken chapters from their youth that shaped who they became? Do you think public figures sharing personal stories like this helps normalize complex conversations about identity? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe to Kenya News Update today for more breaking stories that make you think.